He's not thinking that, look, those guys are coming along, let us unite and defend ourselves. No, this is mine, he lost it. That guy thinks this is mine and he lost it. And they lost 30 countries in one day. 30 kings, they killed the Jews. They killed 30. So I said, look, you knocked heads into the people because the people, they didn't know that they were a people. They didn't know that they were a nation. There's only one little chieftain and another little chieftain, you knocked them over and you took the land by force. I said, if that entitles you to that country, because your forefathers, David and Solomon, had it, then we would be entitled to Spain. I said, you know, my forefathers ruled Spain for 800 years. 800 years, the Muslims, and we have to go today and see the monuments that my forefathers built. They're still there. If we had the power, can we go and reclaim Spain? He said, look, who built the Alhambra? You built it? My forefathers built it. So we go and claim it. I said, the Dutch, can they go back to Indonesia? I said, look, our forefathers ruled it for 300 years. The Portuguese, can they come back to Mozambique? They said, look, our forefathers ruled it for 500 years. Nonsense. But he says, Deedat, we have it. It belongs to us. You know, we got it now. I said, right, how did you get it? Might is right. Is that your principle? That by force of arms you took it away from the poor Arabs? If that entitles you to Palestine, then they have a right to take it back by force. Why are you complaining? If by force, if you are entitled, if justifies you taking away, possessing somebody else's property, then by force of arms they can reclaim it. What are you crying about? And the discussion went on for an hour. And this boss of mine, with the other Jews, you know, they had sense. They're good-hearted people. Among them, Allah says. So he says, you know, Deedat, we didn't know that the Arabs had a case. This is his confession. We didn't know. In other words, they program from childhood into believing that this is ours, emotionally, this is ours. So anybody wants to defend his property, says, no, you have no right, you're barbarians, you are thieves and brigands, you have stolen our land, so we have a right to repossess it. He says, Deedat, I want you to write this, and I will publish this in my Temple David magazine. It's a new synagogue of the Reformed Jews in Durban. He was the editor of this Temple David magazine. He said, look, you write what you are telling. You write, and I will publish it for you. I said, Mr. Beer, you know, I can't write. You know, the writing is very difficult for me. Talking is very easy. I like to talk. But writing, what a burden it is, I know. So he said, no, Deedat, you write as you speak, and I will improve it for you. I know he meant well, but we never came to that. What do you think happened the next day? From there on, in the firm, you expect me to be fired, no? From the day onwards, I have become Mr. Detat. Previously, it's Dedat. Now it's Mr. D. He comes in the morning and says, good morning, Mr. Dedat. He goes for lunch, says, good afternoon, Mr. Dedat. Good evening, Mr. Dedat. Dedat becomes Mr. Detat. Promotion. So in the firm, the other Jewish managers, the boss comes and tells them, say, you know, this guy here, dispatch clerk. Dispatch clerk is a lowly job in a white firm. Say, you know, this guy here, man, he made rings around us. See? So he must have shared it with the other Jewish managers in the firm. Says, the guy knows something, you see. So while walking through one of the departments, clothing department, and the manager of the clothing department, Mr. Baynard, another Jew, he calls me. I was wearing a white dust coat, furniture trade. He says, come here, Deedat. I said, yes, sir. He says, you know, you made rings around Mr. Beer, I hear. But you know, you can't do that to me. He says, you know, as for Ishmael was a bastard. Look, this is how the brainwash program. As for Ishmael was a bastard, he says. You know, an Arab would have put a knife through him. But we couldn't afford to do that. So I said, Mr. Baynard, look, why don't you come home? We'll sit down and we'll talk. You know, bring your wife along and your friends will have meals together. I said, you can't do to me what you did to Mr. Beer. I said, who's talking about doing anything? You come home. Not interested. Every time I get over to Mr. Baynard, I said, you know my wife? I told her, and she is looking forward to receiving you and your wife. Come home. Every time I said, look, Mr. Baynard, come, you know, we are waiting for you. So he was persuaded. He comes. Mr. and Mrs. Baynard, Mr. and Mrs. Peel, and Mr. Townsend, who was a backroom boy for the Full Gospel Church. 3 Christians and 2 Jews. They come along. Same treatment, feed them well, take them to the masjid, bring them back. I said, now we have teas and samosas. So they're having teas and samosas. I said, maybe now the guy softened. You know, the tea and samosa and our meals, you know, they're very good. It might have done the job. So I'm thinking. So I said, Mr. Baynard, you remember you told me in the shop that Ishmael was a bastard. He said, of course. I said, you still stand for that? He said, of course. After the samosas had done the job, but it hadn't. So I said, all right, Mr. Baynard, tell me now, according to the religion of your religion, Judaism, which is better for a man to marry his own sister and beget child by her, or marry a bondwoman, a slave woman, a negress, and beget child by such a woman? So no, the negress is preferable. According to the religion of Judaism, instead of having your own sister as a wife, you rather have a slave woman, a negress, a bondwoman, because that is what they insinuate, that Hajara, who was actually a princess of Egypt. But this rubbish, they say that she was a slave woman. It's all right, even a slave woman. Which is better as a wife, your sister, the slave woman, according to your religion? You say no, the slave woman is preferable. I said, you see, according to the laws of eugenics, inbreeding, which is better for you to have your own sister as a wife, or you have a slave woman, a bondwoman, a negress? He said, no, the negress is preferable. I said, according to your common sense, which is preferable, your own sister or this negress? He said, no, the negress is preferable. It's very good. No, the answers are right, correct. I said, you see, Mr. Baynard, when Abraham and Sarah, husband and wife, when they went to Egypt, he says, and Abimelech, I'm quoting from Genesis chapter 20, verse 12. You can check it out. And Abimelech, the king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah.
MashaAllah, may Allah reward Sheikh Ahmed Deedat. If the debate open your eye, smash that like button and subscribe. We are just getting started. And don't forget to share with someone who need to hear this. Let's break the brainwashing together. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallahu khair.